Welcome back, bingers, for a brand new video about that show about the end of the world that never really ends, The Walking Dead. Warning, beyond this point there are spoilers for people who are not up to date in The Walking Dead TV show and the comic book series. In this video, we're going to give you our Rampage rankings of the best or worst all-time TWD villains depending on how you look at it. We factored in that character's strengths, weaknesses, and any unique moment they helped create in the Walking Dead universe. As we all know, bad guys don't last super long in this apocalypse, so longevity won't count for a big portion of the ranking, but it does mean something. Who's your favorite sociopathic survivor? Let's get right into our list.
Binge. Rampage.
The first bad guy on the list is pretty much the first bad guy in the whole universe, Shane Walsh. Shane was an amazing character, but as far as villains go, he was just coming into his bad guy persona before Rick put an end to that. Although he died prematurely, Shane definitely had strong evildoer instincts and had the potential to become an apocalyptic warlord if he didn't get in the way of one small-town cop. Number 2 on the list didn't actually appear until the final season, Pope. This twisted vet gets points for living so long and keeping most of his unit alive. He also commanded the most lethal group of soldiers we've seen in the flagship series and completely wiped off Maggie's vacation community before Double Agent Daryl Dixon turned his right-hand woman against him. We didn't get much action with Pope, but his scenes were memorable and this kill was pretty brutal. The third scoundrel on our list is also a last season addition, Governor Milton. She commanded a large army and showed us she had a mean streak after her son died. At the least, the governor found out about the concentration camps when Lance was taken down and did nothing to stop them, or she knew about these horrible places the whole time. The only reason the woman who shot Judith isn't higher on the list is because she only lasted a short amount of time in power after Lance was out of the picture. Should the governor of the biggest community in the series be higher on the list? Number 4 rounds out the bottom half of our list, Negan. The Savior's boss commanded a large army of pretty tough survivors. Remember when Rick and the gang thought they stopped him and it was just an outpost? Negan had a pretty decent stockpile of weapons and supplies, he was a very capable killer, he was smart enough to protect the smarter people, and he ruled through fear. He was kind of the perfect apocalyptic supervillain. The only reason he isn't higher on the list is because he allowed himself to trust Eugene too much, and because he eventually did so many acts of good, he kind of counterbalanced his bad guy days, but not completely. R.I.P. Glenn and Abraham and about a million red shirts. The 5th spot on our list and the first big bad in the top half is another last season good for nothing, Lance Hornsby. Hornsby had everything Governor Milton had, but he kept it running smoothly for years. He had his own Black Ops people with serious training, and he had some type of communication with even larger communities. Lance was also twisted enough to possibly destroy an entire town of people based on a coin flip. That's classic bad guy stuff right there. Lance's ultimate downfall was the same as many TWD thugs. He underestimated Carol. Number 6, like Hornsby, was also kind of the man behind the big villain, Simon. Simon helped the Saviors become one of the toughest groups in the universe, and he did it through sheer brutality and fear. Simon took out all of the garbage people except for Jadis without blinking an eye and almost created a mutiny large enough to dethrone Negan. Almost. We also have to give him a bonus point for being Trevor in GTA. What do you think? What if Simon took Negan down? Would Rick have won all-out war? We're not so sure. The 7th slot on our list and runner-up is another governor, the Governor. Philip Blake gets lots of early apocalypse points for building such a large American dream type of community within a year after the fall of society. He also had his dark side and his weird fascinations with the dead, which made him seem way more evil. The reason why the governor ranks so high on our list is because he was able to raise an entire second community up after his first one was destroyed with barely any effort. The governor had an insane amount of charisma and fought his way to the top in the beginning of the end. It's because of that the governor is our all-time villain runner-up. Before we get into our final pick for top TWD bad guy, we just ask that you take a second to hit that like button and subscribe if you already haven't. If you help us out, we'll keep doing our best to bring you the very best content we can every week. If you've been paying attention, you know there's one villain we haven't mentioned at all on our list, the bald-headed baddie, Alpha. We debated this a lot, but Alpha scored the highest overall for everyone. Alpha lasted long in the apocalypse, ruled through fear, and controlled the largest weapon anyone had ever seen. She also had spies and a great border system. Well, not so great for the survivors. The psychological damage Alpha did to her followers and enemies is immeasurable. Her only downfall was trusting Negan. Otherwise, the Whisperers might be ruling the apocalypse right now. For honorable mentions, we have Gareth from Terminus, Beta, and Leah from the Reapers, mainly because she had Dog. What do you think? Who did we miss? Who should have been higher on our list? Who should have been at the bottom? The one thing the villains really got wrong was not having a cool apocalyptic pet. A tiger or an amazing dog can go a long way. Thanks so much for watching our videos, everybody. As always, we're on the lookout for any new spin-off promos or insider info to help prove or disprove all the rumors and theories out there about our favorite show that's like the Hydra. You cut off one head and 3 more grow back in its place, The Walking Dead. Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok at Binge Rampage. Click that notifications bell for our channel so you can see our next video as soon as it comes out, and don't forget to subscribe.
Thank you for being so accommodating, friend. In case you haven't caught on, I just slit my dick down your throat, and you thanked me for